2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. It's getting noisy here in Boston. We're at the home of the Celtics. So Memphis will get the first possession. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. They've got Marc Gasol. Tony Parker is out there with Mayo. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Scola in at the 4 slot. 5 on the clock. Gasol, no good.
Jared Sullinger last season unleashed as a scorer with Boston embarking on their rebuilding project. He got more opportunities in the paint. He started to fire away from deep. His shooting percentages weren't great, but I thought it was an excellent season for Sullinger, exploring his game and trying to expand it.
Good.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the game.
Well, pretty good numbers for this club a year ago, Kevin. 78% as a team from the free throw line.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Parker with no one around. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
And Sullinger was given the green light from long range. He's got a nice shooting stroke for a big guy, and the Celtics are hoping he can become a bit like Kevin Love. He managed only mid-20s from behind the arc. So the experiment called into question by some.
Here is Parker following the score by Derrick Rose. Mayo dishing to Gasol. The feed now to Parker. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. That's good. And Sullinger got off to a hot start, but Steve Hand and wrist injuries may have hampered his shooting just a bit.
Yeah, with his high skill level, I would expect him to improve his shooting with time, even if he's less of a focal point for their offense.
Smith kicks to Sullinger. And stolen by Scola. And there's O.J. Mayo on the assist by Parker. Mayo's got his second basket of the game.
And the layup just gift wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
Rose passes to Sullinger. No good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Mayo. Passes it to Gasol. Rebound Boston. Johnson outside. From outside the arc. Gallinari with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Parker kicks to Gasol. Trying to find Scola. He's got it now. Gasol trying to free himself up. Shot by Mayo is no good. Boston trailing. Out to Smith. Sullinger with a screen for Johnson. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Parker drives in. Gallinari in the corner. Parker up top. He's covered by Rose. Shot clock at 5. And the basket by Scola.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he could really get rolling.
Here's Rose. Here's Sullinger. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
It had been 6 straight years for the Celtics that they had made the playoffs, but that run came to an end last season as they were clearly in full rebuild mode.
A nice shot by Gallinari. For Boston, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Lopez, a screen on Parker. And it's Rose penetrating. Deflects the pass. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
They have no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Boston making a switch here. Rangers checked in. Now Parker following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. Parker kicks to Mayo. To the middle. Gallinari dishes to Scola. Can't get it to go. And it's Boston the other way.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Nobody near Granger. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Parker kicks to Gasol. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Marc Gasol missed some time last season with injury, but you can see just how important he is to a team when he's gone. The Grizzlies were nowhere near as imposing when he was sidelined by injury.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Lopez. And it's Nash in for Rose. Smith with a screen on Parker. Nobody near Granger. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Memphis. Brooks comes in for Parker.
And for Marc Gasol, last season, a grade 2 MCL sprain. No surgery required, but he did miss 20 games while recovering, and Memphis struggled during his absence.
And Gallinari kicks to Scola. And another miss by Memphis.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Nash outside. They double team Johnson. Boston needs to get off a shot. Nash's shot is off. And last season for Marc Gasol, a bit of a downturn with his numbers.
Yeah, his rebounding fell off a bit, as did his shooting percentages. We'll see how he bounces back this season.
Boston leading by 3. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That's his first foul. Some changes for Memphis. Longley's checked in for Scola. Jefferson comes in for Gallinari. And it's Carter in for O.J. Mayo. Zeller setting the pick for Nash. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Carter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Vince Carter in his day, one of the most electrifying players in the NBA, a superstar in Toronto, one of the all-time great highlight reel dunkers. Those days are behind him, but he remains a very valuable and at this point, maybe even underrated NBA player.
And for Vince Carter, a quality defender and still a well-rounded contributor. He always had a nice breadth of skills. Now he does the little things that help you win.
Nash outside. Good work defensively by Carter. His leads have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Brooks the best to Carter. And stolen by Zeller. Johnson attacking. And that one is hammered home.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Carter. From 13 feet, it goes down. And for some superstars, they have a tough time accepting, Clark, a lesser role. Not Vince Carter.
You know, it's really impressive the way he's gracefully aged into becoming a quality sixth man, Kevin. I think it's a model for other aging superstars or former superstars to follow.
And it's Johnson penetrating. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Carter. Jefferson dishes to Adams. Feeds it to Vonleh. It's stolen by Smith. Nash outside. On the wing, Johnson. Johnson left side. Zeller setting the pick for Johnson. The shot by Nash, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Vonleh setting the pick for Carter. Brooks kicks to Carter. Fires from deep. And that one's good. Carter's got 6.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Nash drives in. Granger kicks to Zeller. And there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Granger. 6 points for Johnson.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
And here is Brooks, looking for his first basket still in this one. The shot by Vonleh, no good.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Mike Miller's checked in for Joe Johnson. Now, here's Nash. And that's good. Mike Miller for 3. And it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Brooks kicks to Adams. Back to Brooks. In the corner, it's Jefferson. Shoots from the high post. That's good. Jefferson's got his first points of the game. Boston shooting 47% here so far. Smith with a screen on Brooks. And Nash, here we go. They get it back. Now, here's Vonleh. Outside for Jefferson. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Celtics lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far.
Well, you know, head coach Brad Stevens of the Celtics is coaching a much different game in the pros than we see in college. I mean, a lot of differences. But if anybody can make that transition, I really think he's certainly the guy that could. He's bright. He's hard-working. He communicates well. He's innovative. He showed that innovativeness at the college level. So I think he's got all of the ingredients to become a college coach who is successful as an NBA coach.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Brooks is out there with Carter. Then it's Jefferson. Then there's Vonleh. And it's Smith in at the 5 down low. The kick out to Rose. The three. Sullinger with the bucket. Sullinger's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics. Brooks again. Throws. Inside to Jefferson. Smith sets the pick for Vonleh. The rebound by the Celtics. Rose attacking. Here's Sullinger. Tries again. The kick out to Rose. Here's Zeller. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Brooks outside. Outside Jefferson. Jacks up a three. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Jefferson's got 5.
You know, that wasn't the highest quality look, but for him, it doesn't matter. He doesn't need a great look to knock down the three.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, there's no doubting that center Steven Adams came to the league ready to rumble. As Kendrick Perkins put it, he acts like he grew up on the farm chasing hogs. But Adams said it had more to do with growing up playing rugby. He said it was, quote, a combination of that and trying to survive against my brothers and sisters. Keep in mind, he's the youngest of 18 siblings, Kevin.
He doesn't mind taking some licks, Doris. He just keeps coming. Thank you. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Jason Smith. And it's Luis Scola in for Vonleh. Now here's Rose. Now the pass to Sullinger. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Here's Brooks. Wyatt so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. It's Gasol with the drive. And that one's good.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Now Rose. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Derrick Rose, the 2011 MVP, but major injuries to his knees have cost him most of the last 2 seasons. Only time will tell if he's able to reclaim that elite status in the NBA.
Brook Lopez is checked in for Boston. Gallinari, he's checked in for Memphis. Parker comes in for Brooks. Back to Parker. And Carter has it in the corner. Outside Scola. Little turnaround. Misses off the left iron. And you recall Derrick Rose had some knee issues at Memphis as well.
Yeah, nothing nearly as serious as what he's encountered recently. But hey, he's only 26. Even if he doesn't win another MVP, I think he's still got a good chance to be an impact player, a high-level impact player, even an all-star going forward.
Carter kicks to Gallinari. Back to Carter. All alone. Nice jump shot. Good.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
No one near Turner as he lets it go. Boston, no good that time either. Rose against Parker. Out to the right wing. Gallinari. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And it's now only a 1-point Boston lead. Gallinari against Turner. Makes good on the step-back jumper. And the Celtics lead by 3.
I'll tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
Parker against Rose. Parker passes to Gasol. With the teardrop. That's good. Gasol's got 5 points so far. Celtics have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Outside Turner. Grizzlies with the rebound. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Molinari with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Gasol is screen on Turner. It's deflected. Turner with the steal. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Turner. Lopez has got his first 2 points. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
Rose dishes to Miller. Turner can't get that one to fall.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Parker kicks to Gasol. That's good. Gasol's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving him.
Lopez is screen on Parker. Rose against Parker. Clock at 6. Rose passes to Lopez. And he gets it to go. Lopez has got his 2nd bucket.
You think about the Grizzlies, and one thing that jumps out at you is their physicality. I mean, that's a team that loves contact and has no problem being physical.
Sullinger brings the double team. It's stolen by Rose. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. For the Grizzlies, given how much Memphis loves their football, the physicality of the Grizz fits right in.
Yeah, the fans really appreciate it, and it's effective against every team in the league, particularly because the NBA has gotten much smaller and faster. So the Grizzlies are playing sort of a different style, and it's been very effective for them.
The Celtics making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Mayo's checked in. Evan Turner to start last season, a feature offensive player, Steve, for the rebuilding 76ers.
Yeah, Andre Iguodala and Drew Holiday traded away in consecutive seasons. So Turner's numbers went up with the team struggling, but you know, he didn't seem very happy about the roster changes because, boy, they were losing night in and night out.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on it, they expect him to make it.
Johnson outside. Busted. No good that time either.
And Turner traded from the Sixers to the Pacers at the deadline. That was a change not only in role, but also in record. Going from one of the league's worst teams to one of its best. And from a starting role to one as a reserve. Not the easiest of adjustments, but I thought Turner handled himself well.
Shooting for Memphis, Marc Gasol.
And for Turner now in a new situation, the former #2 overall pick, weathering criticism in Philadelphia. Can he realize the potential that saw him so highly regarded coming into the league? We'll see.
Good game for Gasol. 9 points. And he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
Yeah, those are always easy points. I mean, when you can get to the line and knock them down, sometimes that's the difference in the game, Clark.
Out to Turner. And a miss there on the triple.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Parker outside. Pass to Gallinari. Dishes it to Mayo. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Mayo's got 6.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Rose gets a wide open look. Here's Lopez. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive boards. It's not about ability as much as it is desire.
And that Clark and some muscle. And he showed us he's got plenty of that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win.
They get it back. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Boston. Smith checked in for Sullinger. Granger comes in for Turner. Nash is subbed in for Rose. And Memphis also making a switch. Longley's checked in for Luis Scola. And another miss by Memphis. Nash kicks to Granger. There's the 3. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 6-point Boston lead.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Parker kicks to Mayo. Here's Vonleh. Lays it up and banks it in. 1:24 left in the first half. Celtics leading by 4. Nash with it. He's picked up by Parker. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, Josh Smith is a very talented player, but if you have to pick his game apart, he's a bit of a tweener. You know, he's not really a power forward in a traditional sense, but not a 3-man either. He's an athlete who can do a lot of different things, but so much depends on the players he has around him. It needs to be the right fit.
Adams, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And Danny Granger gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's a second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jefferson comes in for Gallinari. And Brooks subbed in for Parker. 6 on the shot clock. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. Here's Adams. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Really, they've backed off of working it inside. I mean, they haven't gotten it inside as much as they did earlier in the game, and I think they've got to get back to that.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Lopez. Now here's Jefferson. He's got 5.
Well, that was not a smart play there. That's a wild shot. They can get something better.
No, that's not smart basketball. He should have passed that shot up.
Adams against Johnson. In the corner, Granger with it. Adams against Johnson. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
And a tight game here. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
How about his first half? Just easily surpassing his average point total.
On pace for a monster game. Too bad he can't score like this every night.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Boston. They've got Johnson. Brook Lopez is out there with Smith. Then it's Rose. And it's Granger in the 3 spot. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, Memphis coach Dave Yeager paid dues for years coaching in the minor leagues. But he did more than coach. He was the GM, ticket vendor, business manager, and halftime act. He said he loved the passion and spirit of that work. But there were also tough times. Guys, those struggles helped prepare him for where he is today.
A long road, but he's here now. Thanks, Doris. The dish to Gasol for the lead. And that one goes long. Rose with another miss.
He's just been ice cold. I mean, he cannot find the range.
Smith sets the pick for Parker. Jefferson dishes to Parker. For 3. The shot no good. Good D by Johnson.
Well, you know, the news was mostly bad for the Celtics, but there was some good news last year. They announced they'll be renovating their arena to make it more state-of-the-art.
Now here's Rose. He's got 6. Here's the lob to the hoop. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Parker again throws. And Parker, here we go. And stolen by Granger. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Memphis. And with the Celtics in this building, guys, it isn't falling apart by any means, but the fans have been wanting an update.
And from what I understand, I mean, they're going all out. I mean, the arena turns 20 years old this season, and it's going to get a 2-decade facelift in terms of amenities and convenience.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Lopez passes to Johnson. And that one's good. Johnson's got 8. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Parker kicks to Jefferson. Back to Parker. He dishes it to Smith. Mayo, the pass to Gasol. Smith, left side. Granger with the rebound. Granger's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And it's Rose penetrating. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed. Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
The Celtics with the lead. Outside Rose. High post Lopez. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Parker kicks to Mayo. That's good. Mayo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Pass to Johnson. Banked in off the glass. Johnson's got 10.
Great teamwork out there, really helping each other out.
They're playing as one. I mean, they're like a symphony. Everybody in harmony and in beat and in rhythm. 5 straight baskets now have resulted because of assists.
Now here is Smith. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides. They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Josh Smith does an awful lot of good things on the floor. As a matter of fact, he's one of the really high-quality stat sheet stuffers in the NBA. But one of the things he doesn't do quite well is shoot three-pointers. And yet he continues to insist that that be a big part of his game.
Parker with another miss.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Rose with the ball. Now Mayo defending. Lopez inside, working on Smith. And that's out of bounds. Boston will return possession. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Boston. Nash comes in for Derrick Rose. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Memphis. Molinari comes in for Richard Jefferson.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Now here's Parker. He's got 6. Gallinari against Stranger. Out to Parker. Outside Mayo. And it's Gasol penetrating. Second chance shot. And that one's good. Gasol's got 13. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Memphis. Adams, he's checked in for Gasol. Carter comes in for O.J. Mayo. And Brooks subbed in for Tony Parker. It's Nash with the drive. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Danny Granger in his prime, a 25-point per game scorer and an all-star, but knee troubles have conspired to hold him back over the last couple of seasons. Still an effective role player, but just not the star that he once was.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Scola dishes to Gallinari. Out to Brooks. Memphis moving it around. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game, because we've got one here tonight.
You recall back in 2005, Danny Granger slipped to 17th on draft night because of concerns about his knee. He made it 7 seasons before that became a hindrance. Now he's trying to overcome it in the latter stages of his career.
Here's Scola. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He didn't have to get off the ground very far for that one. The big man with the slam.
Well, he makes up for any lack of athleticism with that tremendous size, Clark.
Yeah, he's not exactly a smooth operator, but what he is powerful. And when he gets positioned in the lane, he can go up and get it done.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And Granger at one time the franchise player for the Pacers. But with their cap situation, Steve, the writing was on the wall.
Well, a new team and a new situation. And, you know, when healthy, Danny Granger is still an impact player. Really at this stage of his career, though, he's best served in a reserve role.
Boston making some changes. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Smith. Turner comes in for Danny Granger. And Miller's subbed in for Johnson. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Kicks it to Gallinari. Right side, Scola. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down. Sullinger's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, and at least as I look at it.
Now here's Zeller. Puts up the baby hook. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Well, Tyler Zeller's role may have shrunk guys in year 2, but Steve, his production per minute went way up.
Well, much improved on the boards. You know, he's got that mid-range jump shot, which had fallen short of expectations in year 1, but that resurfaced. So I think we started to see Zeller's effectiveness and potential last year for a long and really efficient career.
He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation. Nash drawing the double team. And it's Miller in the corner. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
You know, if you look back at the Grizzlies season last year, it'd be hard not to say it was a case of them not getting out of the gate as strongly as they wanted to, and then the injury to Gasol created a situation where they never quite fully caught up. Luis Scola setting a really nice screen that time.
And it's Turner off the drive.
Steven Adams.
Well, guys, talking about Memphis again, they were a team that many thought had a chance to finish in the top half of the Western Conference. But, Steve, they ended up just sneaking into the playoffs.
But what a run they went on after the All-Star break when they got healthy. You know, they looked like they were dead in the water, but they won enough games after the break to get to that 7th spot, and we know how tough the Western Conference was.
Evan Turner has a nice potpourri of skills. I mean, a 6'7" swing man with very good ball handling ability. Played a lot of point forward at the Ohio State University, and also an excellent rebounder for a wing. And his basketball IQ is quite high to go along with that versatility.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Carter outside. From 11 feet away. And Boston with the rebound. And Evan Turner, the number 2 pick back in 2010, but he struggled to put it all together.
Yeah, his shooting stroke is still a work in progress. You know, he's still developing that consistency with his scoring. His real strength is his playmaking ability and his ball handling.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Clock at 4. Zeller setting the pick for Nash. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Grizzlies trailed by 9. Brooks outside. So here's Gallinari. He kicks it to Scola. Back to Gallinari. There's the triple. And that one's good. Gallinari's got 7 points. Boston leading by 6. Nash kicks to Miller. Back to Nash. So it's the Grizzlies now. Here's Carter. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Celtics lead by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. The Grizzlies trail by 4. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. We've got Jefferson. Mayo out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Vonleh in at the 4. Puts up the baby hook. And the bank shot is good. Vonleh's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Memphis. Boston shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And Turner kicks to Sullinger. Doubled by Vonleh. Back to Turner. Nash with no one around. Sinks the triple. And the Celtics lead by 5.
He's too dangerous a shooter to leave alone behind the arc.
Gasol is screen on Miller. Shot by Mayo is no good.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Zeller setting the pick for Nash. He feeds it to Zeller. Off the pick. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Nash has got 4 assists in the game. The Grizzlies trail by 7. And there's the feed to Gasol. Good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Passes to Miller. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
And Joseph kicks to Gasol. And they double up Gasol. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And Memphis making a change here. Smith has checked in. Here's Nash. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game. Brooks checked in for the Grizzlies. Miller, the pass to Zeller. Back to Miller. Turner with it. Jefferson picks him up. And it's Miller penetrating. It's stolen by Jefferson. The kick out to Mayo. Feeds to Jefferson. Back to Mayo. 5 to shoot. Outside Jefferson. Jefferson can't get that one to fall. Celtics leading by 8. Sullinger with a screen for Nash. And the pass to Miller. Back to Nash. Pull from the top of the key. Jump shot is good that time. Nash has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Here's Vonleh. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Those are what we call confidence building blocks.
Turner with it. Here's Sullinger. Dishes to Zeller. Now here's Turner. He's guarded closely. And it's Miller penetrating. Now here's Sullinger. Over Jefferson. Sullinger, no good.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Outside Turner. Shot from 12. And that one's good. Turner's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Boston.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they've really done a nice job on the glass, too. A lot of second chance points here tonight.
It's Jefferson with the drive. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It was a little strange to see a coaching change for the Grizzlies last year after they were a playoff team, but it worked out for them.
Yeah, I was surprised by that as well. I thought Lionel Hollins did a terrific job. A lot of people questioned what they were thinking, making that switch, but they were able to keep the momentum going after losing Gasol for a segment of the season due to a knee injury.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. The Grizzlies trailed by 10. And here is Parker. Mayo with the screen on Rose. Parker kicks to Jefferson. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
And for the Grizzlies, changing their head coach prior to last season, it could be a big risk, but they needed to do something, they felt, and it worked out well for them.
To the inside. Knocked loose. Rose attacking. And Scola with the block. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. Here's Gasol. And it's Memphis with another.
Well, with Memphis, when you change coaches, particularly after a playoff run, it doesn't always work out in your favor. Denver found that out last year, but things went well for the Grizzlies even after a slow start.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, the Pacers gave up a lot to acquire Luis Scola from Phoenix last season, especially for a player who probably didn't fit in the Suns' plans anyway. They gave up Miles Plumlee, Gerald Green, and a first-round pick. That shows you how highly they thought of the Argentine power forward.
Parker kicks to Scola. It's Mayo on the wing. Pass to Gasol. Back to Mayo. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And Scola, now 34 years of age, his field goal percentage, Clark,